By Friday morning at 9, the gym was full of noisy, excited, jumping young people. T-shirts identified them from dozens of other states, as well as several foreign countries. Every shirt was tucked in, every tennis shoe was clean and tied tightly to prevent accidental slips or trips. Ropes flew in the halls, on the steps in front of the building, and in every possible clear space in the huge gym at the University of Cincinnati. The tapping of young feet and the rapping of the twisted ropes on the floor built up a syncopated rhythm of excitement. Friday's events would take almost all day, Delia knew. Every singles team, from third grade through the open divisions, had to be evaluated in compulsory, speed, and freestyle events. The whole procedure would be repeated for the doubles team. With more than 300 teams represented, it seemed it would take forever, but that evening the top 5 teams in every grade and every division would be posted. Those would be the teams to compete in the finals on Saturday. The judges, dressed in all white, stood near each team with counters and clipboards, making sure that every step was counted, every turn was registered, and every miss was deducted from the score. When the Queen Bees were called for singles, Delia and Yolanda and Charlene gave each other a high five and marched to the center of the gym floor. Randy gave them a wink from where he watched with Mamani in the stands. The buzzer sounded. Delia jumped the compulsory round to perfection, but Bamani always told them that by 8th grade the compulsories ought to be perfect. Charlene jumped the speed round while Yolanda and Delia turned. She missed once, but she didn't let it frazzle her concentration. She jumped right back in, head down, knees low, tapping incredibly fast to the whistling of the ropes. She jumped a dynamite 350 jumps in the 30-second time period. The 3 of them were pleased. For their freestyle routine, they managed to include several complicated tricks, including a backward push-up and one-handed flip, without missing or getting tangled in the ropes. Mamani and Randy gave them a thumbs-up sign as they walked off the floor feeling triumphant. "You think we made the finals?" Yolanda asked Delia as they went to the lobby to get hot dogs. "I think we did pretty good. Unless South Carolina or Georgia beats us out with their fancy freestyle stuff, I think we've got a good shot. We didn't make any major mistakes. Is your head okay? You feeling all right? You know we still gotta do doubles in a couple of hours." "Yeah, I never felt better, really." "Good. Then let's go back in. I want to see what the Japanese team does in their freestyle routine. They're awesome. It's like they're dancing with the ropes." "Are your parents coming tomorrow?" Delia asked. "Yeah, they had to work today. My father told me we'd better make the final 5 so he'd have something to see tomorrow. You know how he is." "Don't sweat it. I think we'll be there. I have faith." Then Delia asked Yolanda slyly, "So are your boyfriends coming tomorrow? And what about Jesse?" Yolanda laughed. "Jesse's in Cleveland with his dad. Something about male bonding because of the almost tragedy at school. And I don't know if the twins will show or not. One thing you can say about them, they sure aren't predictable." "What are you wearing to the DD party tonight?" Delia asked. "A prom dress," Yolanda tossed back at her. "What about you?" "Something cool. All that jumping in such a small area makes me sweaty." "Well, in that case, I'll wear a swimsuit," Yolanda laughed. That evening at the party, Delia took a moment to get a Coke, smiling to herself as she watched teams from all over the country jump together. Jackie and Shanna were challenging some kids from Taiwan to speed jumps. Charlene and Misty were teaching some younger jumpers from California how to do fancy rope tricks. Even Randy was jumping with some of the kids from Canada. Competition was forgotten for the moment. Everyone was friends for the evening, sharing the one thing they all loved, the magic of the ropes. The list of the final 5 in each grade and division was posted shortly after the party broke up. 14 of Cincinnati's 18 teams were represented, including the 3rd grade singles and doubles team, the 4th grade doubles and freestyle teams, and at least 1 or 2 teams from each grade level. Delia's 8th grade team was selected in all 3 divisions, singles, doubles, and freestyle. Delia cheered and hugged Yolanda and Charlene and Misty. This was too good to be true. The girls were elated, although the teams did not place were initially disappointed. Bomani made sure no one felt sorry for herself and that every single girl encouraged the teams that would represent them all on Saturday. The next morning, dressed in crisp white shorts and freshly ironed t-shirts, once again thanks to Randy, the Queen Bees marched proudly into the gym with the rest of the Ohio teams in the grand parade of states as the music of the Olympics piped through the speakers. Every single competitor, whether she or he had been selected for the finals or not, marched with pride and dignity. Parents took pictures and videotapes. Reporters from local TV stations, as well as CNN, hovered close by, and the tension was thick enough to slice. Delia's mom sat with Yolanda's parents on one side of the gym. Delia's dad and Jillian sat on the other. Misty's mother and her 4 little sisters waved proudly from a seat near the door. "Look, Delia, it's Miss Benson," Yolanda said with excitement. Both girls waved furiously to their teacher as she walked into the gym. She waved back, finding a seat near several of her students. Yolanda waved to her parents as well, then asked Randy, "Is your dad coming? I know he never misses a big tournament if he's in town." Randy replied, "No, he's still in California, but he told me to tell you to jump pretty and kick butt." Delia glanced at Randy but said nothing. The president of the American Double Dutch League, who always showed up dressed in a classy hat, welcomed each team. After singing the national anthem in several languages, representing each country there, she led the jumpers in the recitation of the Double Dutch Pledge. Delia repeated loud and strong with the voices of 600 other jumpers. "I promise to do my best to report for practice on time, work cooperatively with my coach, teammates, and Double Dutch officials, strive to encourage good citizenship, always setting a good example, practice good health habits, promising to be drug-free, demonstrate with my best with daily school attendance, assignments, and home responsibilities." It was time. The trophies sat ready on a table at the far end of the gym, gleaming and ready for the winners. The buzzers sounded, and the competition began.